We have come to the end of an era. Hey gang, Jeff Stone here with MagicReviewed.com, and I need y'all's opinion. If you've been following me for any length of time, you're familiar with my rating system. I rate the products on a scale from 1 to 5 with half stars in between. So it can be anywhere, well, technically from 0 to 5, really, I should say. Because I've got a 0, I got a half, I got a 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, all the way up to 5. And then I give it a status of either gem or rubble, or the occasional grubble. And grubble it's somewhere in between a gem and a rubble, not quite either or the other. So the problem I've run into, and we've talked about this before, but the problem I run into is I get products where I'm like, man, this should have been a 4.75, or it's not quite a 3, it's more like a 3.25, but it's not a 3.5. And I've had this problem a few times. One of the ways I've sort of remedied it was the case of the letters in the word gem. So there's gem with G-E-M all lowercase, and then there's gem with where the G's capitalized, and then there's gem where all 3 letters are capitalized. And so you could be 5 stars, stone status gem with a big G but little em, or big E and M as well. And that's sort of my way of saying, 5 stars, stone status of capital G, capital E, capital M. That's like as high as you can go with me. It's effectively 100%, which theoretically there's no such thing. And so I had a suggestion by, William, I think is his name. I meant to look at this before I did this video, and I'm not going to edit. Yeah, William Bloor. He's a YouTube subscriber of mine, and he suggested doing what the Wizard Product Review does, which is give it a percentage. And so I've considered it, and I think I might want to go that route. And so what this would mean is we would get rid of the stone status. It'd no longer be stone status of gem. And in fact, my new site that you haven't seen yet, I'm still building it, but I've removed the phrase separating the gems from the rubble. That's gone. It's still at the end of my videos, which I'll be changing that too. But I've got a new logo, new branding, and I actually do reviews for Jeff McBride on the McBride School of Mystery. The first Monday of every month, I have a review segment, and that review segment is actually called Gems and Rubble. It's a different review. I don't review like I do for Magic Reviewed. The reviews here are very thorough. Over at McBride, it's a 5-minute segment, and I hit like 4 products, and they're more like, I recommend you buy these 3 things. Thanks for watching. The end. And so I talk more about effect over there than I do about method and that kind of stuff. And so it's a much different type of review show, and it's got the title Gems and Rubble. I'm actually going to be adding those videos to MagicReviewed.com where you can watch those too. And so I'm going to have like a Gems and Rubble section. So I think it's maybe time that we split this Gems and Rubble idea off and no longer use that in my reviews. But I didn't want to make that decision without checking with y'all first, because I know some of you may have a better idea, or you may just say, no, let's not lose that. I like that. It helps me, whatever. But here's how it would go. At the end of a product review, I would have just got done talking about ad copy, method, product quality, and I would say, and the final rating is 85%. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue like 4 stars with the stone status of gem does. But that way you get a much better view of how far along the scale it is. You get a bigger scale. And so when I do come to these 4.8 star products, I can give them, what I'll do in my head is come up with a star rating of, I would give that 4.93 stars, and then I'll calculate what that is in percentage, and that'll be the percent rating. So something like that. So how do you guys feel? Long video to ask a simple question. The question is, how do you feel about replacing the stone status and the star rating with simply a percentage? That's the question. All the old reviews, there's almost 800 reviews on the site now. I'm not changing them. They're going to stay the way they are, but all the future ones would be this new way. And if you don't like that idea, I'm open to suggestions. Put them in the comments below, please, and thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's go ahead and quickly throw in a random iTunes song of the moment while you like the video and subscribe to my channel. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, the very first Bon Jovi album ever, their self-titled album, Love Lies. That song, that album, of course, their big hit was Runaway, but a runaway hit. But that whole album's great. A lot of people don't have that album. They just had the single or whatever. That's a great album. That's a really good album. So anyway, that's Love Lies. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Thanks for watching, folks. See you on the next review back in the schedule. Peace out.